Okay, so if you're brand new to IFTTT, the first thing you're going to need to do is to create an account. And not only an account, but you're going to need to create accounts for some of the things that are inside of IFTTT if you don't already have those. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come here and you're going to hit sign up. And you're going to put in your email. So in my case, I'm going to put in because I don't believe this one has an account yet. And we'll find out in a second. Okay, perfect. So now we've got a brand new account, and you can see the first thing it says is if this, then that. And you can click this to get started. So we're going to hit click this, and you can see. All right, it's showing you here basically what you can do with this. So if tomorrow's forecast calls for rain, then send me an email. So you kind of get the idea of how this works. We're going to hit continue. And then you can take these recipes and you can connect channels to those recipes. Okay, and so here we see some of the channels that would interest you here. So you've got the weather, the stocks, and Craigslist, etc., etc., etc. And you can show more channels by clicking there. Okay, select 3 more channels to continue. So we're going to hit YouTube, and we're going to hit Facebook, and we're going to hit Twitter, and then we're going to hit continue. Okay, and so the idea here is they're just kind of getting you introduced to the program here, and you can see they've pulled in some what they call recipes, and you can see, like, for instance, get a new recommended recipe in your inbox every day. So in other words, if you connect with IFTTT, then you'll get this email. If you connect with YouTube, then all your videos will be saved in a spreadsheet on Google Drive. If you upload a YouTube video, then it'll send it to a Facebook page, etc. Okay, so that's the kind of things that we're going to do here. And what we want to do is we want to start by creating our own recipes here. But of course, before we can do any of the cool recipe type stuff that you're seeing here, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set up our channels. Okay, so as you can see here, when we click this, just like we showed in the first video, you've got all these different channels in here for different types of things. The ones that will be important to us will be the social networking, as well as some of the productivity, some of the photo and video, and some of the news and sports, possibly some of the music. And then if we come up here, get past the home automations and all that kind of fun stuff, and we'll come up to some of the business ones, the blogging, okay, and then some of the news and noteworthy stuff. So what we want to do is we want to be able to create accounts for a lot of these different things here. So for instance, Tumblr, we need to have an account. And Blogger, we need to have an account. WordPress, we need to have an account. There's a lot of accounts you're going to need to create with this. What I recommend is, of course, that you have somebody else do this for you. And you can do that, of course, on Fiverr. Okay, so here we are on Fiverr. And what we're going to do is we're just going to type in IFTTT account. And we'll hit Find Services. And you'll see there are quite a few on here. And what you can do is we can just choose one of these. So I will set up IFTTT account with 10 channels activated, with 14 channels activated. So you want to find the best one that you can do. I will create 5 IFTTT accounts with 10 channels and 10 Web 2.0 accounts. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? So let's click on that. And we'll see here, he'll create 5 IFTTT accounts, each integrated with 10 blogs. Complete username, email, passwords provided. Accounts not created on Blogger, Twitter, Facebook, Flickr. They require phone verifications. I use Hotmail for creation of other channels, blogs. Okay, so that's one. And you can see there's a bunch of them in here. This one I know she's pretty good. Okay, you can see here, she'll create the account and 14 channels. And you can get it as fast as 1 day if you want. So very good stuff there. So I highly recommend that you use one of these people here, have them create that. And if you have to go back in and create a few more for yourself, it's really not very hard to do, but that's an easy way to get your account ready and set up with some of these channels that are in here. And of course, the big question is, well, what channels do we really want out of this? Well, I'm going to have a a list below this that you can download that'll have the social networking sites that you really want to have in here, specifically for using with YouTube. So it'll be the sites like the Delicious and Diegos and Facebook and Twitter and Facebook pages, etc. So I will have a list below that. And just keep in mind that this list will change as IFTTT adds and subtracts different things from here, so that you won't always have the same ones. And one thing to note about your channel is once we get this set up, everything is automated, but you're going to want to come back into IFTTT every once in a while because certain things will disconnect. So for instance, you might come and find that your Facebook is no longer connected and you'll have to reconnect it, or your Diego account's no longer connected and have to reconnect. And it just does that every once in a while. I'm not sure if it's, I'm assuming it's something from those sites that these are time limited, where they will run out, the authorization will run out, so you'll have to keep coming back and making sure those are reconnected, because if they're not, you're not going to be getting the most out of this. So just make sure you keep coming back to IFTTT every once in a while to make sure those things are still connected. And now that you have an account, and now that you've paid somebody on Fiverr to create all of the accounts within here, and you've added a few more, you followed the list that we have below, now we're ready to show you how to use this account to start making backlinks for your YouTube videos.